Hello everybody and welcome back to Chongqing in mainland China. Today we wanted to show you something a little bit different. We want to show you the inside of a Chinese supermarket in 2024. Just to give you an understanding as to what you can buy, what prices you can expect, what the general sort of a vibe is inside of a supermarket. This is something that I was very curious about before I came here. Yeah, we want to go in and just show you just a general layout of different things that you can expect when you visit China in a supermarket.
Now we pick the supermarkets completely at random. We don't know if it's an upper scale or a lower scale or a medium, your average Joe type of a supermarket basically. But it's called JH Superstores. And we have never been here, so we're also super curious about what we can buy. First things first, blueberries. I love blueberries. And mangosteen, fruit, sort of fresh produce here. And also, just to let you know, if you are a European, 8 yuan is €1. So this pack of blueberries is just a little bit over €1 basically. And yeah, let's have a look around. I'm super excited already.
Yeah, so this whole section here, guys, is obviously just the fresh fruit produce. So you've got bananas as well. This is something that we love going for, especially if you can get them in like a nice bunch like this. This is only 3 yuan for 500 grams. Now I'm going to flash up the prices here and the conversion rates for what you can get for what price here as well, just so you know what to expect. Oh my god.
I just found a durian.
Whoa.
So that's maybe one of the things already that you wouldn't necessarily see in a European supermarket.
There you go.
A durian.
A whole durian. Let's see what the prices of durian are. This is something that Naomi and I absolutely hate durian, but in case you are curious, it's 30 yuan for 500 grams of durian.
I'm not really sure. There's some prices.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of different prices, and there's also pineapples here too.
We would have to translate the sign, I think.
Might have to translate it, yeah, we're not too sure. But nonetheless, there's a huge amount of selection when it comes to fresh stuff. That's what we've realized so far here in China. It's very common in a lot of the supermarkets that we've gone to. Especially when we were in Chengdu and also here in Chongqing. The selection of fresh stuff is just out of this world, and the quality of a lot of the stuff is really high as well. Like the blueberries that Naomi is buying, she buys blueberries literally on a daily basis. So we have a ton of blueberries literally sitting in our hotel at the moment just from her, and they're really good quality, very fresh, and extremely well priced with good value too.
Yeah, yesterday I had found a 2-for-1 special for €1. So but you were right, it's the durian price, 500 gram, 29 yuan.
Cool.
And this area, by the way, is also, it's known for its berry production and also kiwi production. So you will find kiwis very cheaply. So half a kilogram of kiwis runs you under €1 here.
Under €1 for half a kilo of kiwis. There you go. And yeah.
Maybe in Europe, like 4 kiwis you might get for like €3 or something, $2.99.
Oh yeah,
like that, maybe.
And now it's probably around 3 times more than that. You've got plums, so nice big juicy looking plums there as well. A whole bunch of different sort of berry selections. You've got red and green grapes, and what seems to be like maybe a black grape as well. Grapes seem to be a little bit more expensive, not much though. It's only 20 or 19 yuan for half a kilo, which is also quite reasonably priced.
They're imported though.
They're imported.
Usually
oh, okay. There you go.
The imported products. This one here is a domestic one, and this is an imported one. So you do see the price difference immediately. Yeah. But check out this cute little mango.
Yeah, this is something that we saw actually yesterday.
We didn't try it yet.
They have quite literally the smallest mangoes that we've ever laid our eyes on before here. These are what they're like exactly. So they're small little soft mangoes, and I've no idea what they actually taste like.
They smell really nice though. They smell like super hyper concentrated perfumated type of fruit, and I do think I kind of want to try some of them. Maybe
you want to try some? Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
get some. Yeah, smells incredible. They do smell very fresh. And I think also price-wise,
500 gram is €1.
500 grams for €1. There you go. 8 yuan for 500 grams. That's incredible.
Should we just grab like 3 or something? I don't know.
Grab 3, yeah, sure.
Currently looking for the bag department.
Oh yeah, you can grab a bag. So you just basically select everything. It's very similar to a lot of Western supermarkets all over the world, really. This is very similar here. You grab the different fruit that you want to get, throw it in a plastic bag, and then you just get it weighed, and then it's priced based on the item. So here as well, we have a whole bunch of different things like mushrooms, cucumbers, pickles, chilies, things like that. You've got onions, tomatoes, all of them, again, very reasonably priced. And yeah, it's something that really jumps out at us, at Naomi and I. We didn't expect shopping in supermarkets in China to be so affordable for us. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's affordable for the local people of China. I hope it is, but price-wise here, it is substantially more affordable than a lot of other places in Asia so far.
Yeah. Another example is, I'm actually going to take this one, red watermelon, 1.7 kilogram for 10 yuan. So again, 8 yuan is €1. It's maybe €1.20 or something.
A little bit over €1 for a big portion of watermelon.
Should we go weigh the mangoes?
Yeah, sure.
Over there?
Over there.
Oh, no weighing.
Oh, okay. You can bring it straight to the till.
Okay. I just not weighing because I saw a scale over there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at these. I've never actually seen them before in my life. I've no idea what they actually are. Maybe very long cucumber of sorts. Super interesting. You've got what seems to be some spring onions here too. The smell off of them is really nice. I think Naomi found something else that she wants.
I haven't seen a peach in such a long time.
Oh, peach.
Peaches, yeah. Proper, like, nice looking pink peaches and yellow peaches. Smell them. It smells like home. Oh.
Whoa, it smells very nice.
I'm currently contemplating buying some peaches.
Price-wise, again, roughly 14 yuan for, what is it, 500 grams?
500 grams, so a little under €2 for
There you go.
half a kilo
Yep.
of peaches.
Again, very affordable.
And who's going to eat 500 grams of peaches realistically? Like, you're not going to eat that by yourself. You need a family for that.
Very true. So that's kind of the general gist, I think, of the fruit section. You've got obviously apples, oranges, pears, peaches, grapes, a whole wide selection of different apples as well, like green apples, red apples, pink lady apples, etc. And yeah, you can pick away at your heart's content. These are cooking apples, I think, here as well.
I don't know, my connection just flatlined in the supermarket. That's something maybe that we could talk about. Sometimes our phones just completely flatline and we cannot translate anything, so then we're on our own, and that's sort of when the field trip starts, I feel like.
Yeah, true.
These are very nice though. I don't think that they're cooking apples.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if they're like imported produce or if they're actually grown within China, because I don't know. I never thought about what type of produce you can grow in China, if I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
5 yuan for 500 grams. So
they're massive apples
cents?
as well, like 80
They're
cents.
massive,
Yeah.
They smell really nice. They smell really fresh.
Wow. So let's go deeper now into sort of the vegetable section, I guess. We've got some type of maybe green peas here.
Green beans.
Oh, green beans. Cool. They're actually very large for green beans. Only around €1 as well for half a kilo of those. So it's all sort of very similarly priced depending on what you're getting.
This is sort of also where the interesting part, I feel like, of the shopping starts a lot of time, is the green section, because here in a lot of Asian supermarkets, and China is no exception, you can buy a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily find in a European supermarket, generalizing European supermarkets here. So this, for example, would be normal, like brown button mushroom, white button mushroom, completely normal. But what is this? I don't know if I'm allowed to touch it with my hands, but this here, for example, is, I don't know what type of a mushroom. You have cordyceps mushrooms just flying around like this. It's €1 for 500 grams of cordyceps. I just bought a tiny jar of cordyceps mushrooms for €12 in Vietnam. So this runs you €1, a little over €1 for the entire bag of cordyceps mushrooms, which is crazy. And they're fresh. They're fresh as well. So I had bought dried cordyceps mushrooms, absolutely incredible. This here seems to be some sort of maybe a garlic, already like a peeled garlic or something like that. Again, mushrooms that I've never seen. No idea what this is. No idea what this is. This is an okra bean. But yeah, so you can kind of understand where we're coming from going through these supermarkets. A lot of times we don't even know really what we're looking at. So sometimes we are just walking around and trying to find some things that might look familiar, that we might know what it is. This here looks like it's something from a palm tree, maybe. I don't know. Do you know what it is?
It's very different.
But it's like with bitter gourds and zucchinis, so, and with aubergine. So maybe it's something that you put in your curry, ginger.
Massive ginger here. Got tons of different root vegetables. Look at the size of it. And it's only roughly 13 yuan for half a kilo of ginger.
Yeah.
Again, you're not going to get better than that, I think. In a lot of even Southeast Asia, I've paid quite a bit more for ginger and for this type of stuff. Ginger, lemon, because we all sometimes will make like a ginger and lemon tea or whatever when we're feeling sick. And I've paid a lot more than that for 500 grams of ginger.
For 13 yuan, so a little over €1, you might be able to get this much ginger in Germany.
Yeah, if even.
If even, yeah. You would also have to find the not pre-packaged ginger. So like if you're looking at all of these things, if you're thinking European supermarket, it might usually be like already pre-packaged in a plastic or in a net or something like that. And you basically buy a full-blown bunch of something. What is that?
It's an eggplant.
Eggplant, aubergine. It's really really dark.
That's a monster as well, huh?
It's a nice color though. Like it's a really sort of dark purple, nearly black.
Looks like you eat it and you'll feel very good after eating that. It's full of nutrients, probably.
Oh yeah, 100%. And yeah, again, as I said, everything here that you can see would usually be pre-packaged and in plastic or nets or something like that, similar to what this here maybe is. Which I don't understand really a lot of times, unless you maybe buy, if you go to like organic supermarkets, you might be able to find not packaged goods. But oh my god, what is this? How cute is this one? That looks like maybe some sort of a bun that is filled with something. Not really sure. Do you think it's like a pork bun or something?
I've actually genuinely no idea. I've never seen this before. This is like seems to be like a whole counter section that is full of different sort of, maybe I'm guessing like glutinous type of like maybe rice buns or something along those lines, because they're very, very popular in China. You see them being sold all over the streets and stuff like that as well. Oh, and this. Is that duck?
I don't know. It looks like duck.
Looks like duck, yeah.
This here looks like maybe a breast. Wow. This here looks like a fatty piece. I don't know, I would maybe just get something like this.
So you have basically
my internet is back.
pre-cut and packaged up duck.
Spicy peanut duck. This one is spicy.
Ni hao. Hello.
This one is barbecue.
This is duck.
Duck.
Oh.
Okay. You want to take this one?
Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't seem to be spicy.
Okay.
你要用这个，把它一片一片裹起来吃，然后蘸一点酱，包一点葱，这样吃才。
Oh, it's like a wrap.
Like a duck tortilla.
So you make a wrap and then you eat it.
对，你要合起来。
Oh, she did.
Oh,
she. Hello.
好味过的。
Very tasty.
Thank you.
What else goes with the duck?
Yeah.
你们说的很快，我一点都听不懂。要说慢一点，我们才听得懂一点点。
Yeah.
You like this one? Good.
Tasty.
Yes. Sorry, I don't speak Chinese.
She's a good salesperson.
Salesperson.
There you go. She sold us whatever that was on top of whatever we got.
I think you make duck tortillas with it.
Oh, you make duck tortillas?
Maybe you can add some sort of a salsa,
yeah, like a
a
wrap.
spicy yum yum salsa.
True. And this is here, I guess, is bread, baked goods, everything along those lines too. You've got like cookies and stuff like this. A lot of the baked goods here in China as well are very, very different to a lot of what the normal sort of baked goods stuff is that you can expect in the West. Like sometimes, for example, I'll pick up something and I'll be like, oh, I really would like this because it looks like a cookie, and then I take a bite of it and it's dried pork or something. So just keep that in mind. It's a very different sort of taste profile that you're going to get out of a lot of these things. Obviously, if you go for a pack of duck, it's gonna taste hopefully like duck. But if you go for something like these cookies or maybe these things, you're not really going to know unless you've tried it before.
Yeah, a lot of times as well, if you buy baked goods, they might not necessarily be as sweet as we are used to. So in Germany, for example, or also in Ireland, if you buy a cookie, it's going to be a sweet cookie, and there's going to be a lot of sugar and a lot of chocolate and all of that stuff. But that's not necessarily always the case. I mean, you do get actual sweet stuff, but I feel like generally they use a little less sugar in the produce, which is not necessarily a negative thing, just unexpected, I guess. You want some egg tarts?
Egg tarts, yeah, pastel de nata. This is like a Portuguese cake tart that I really enjoy eating. I just never know if it's too heavy on the eggs.
I do think, though, that in Hokkien they also have these egg tarts.
Hokkien egg tarts,
think,
yeah,
that's
true.
kind of what that is.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a little more eggy than creamy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
These are really, really super good. And this packet here, this pack of 6, is only 12 yen and 12.80. So it's like maybe 150 or something like that. Very, very affordable.
Also, to let you guys know, here and there you might see some things that you don't necessarily see in a European supermarket. Like, for example, chicken feet. Oh, no, it's okay, thank you. Oh, I never tried. I never tried chicken feet, actually. I think we need to try it at some stage. Anyway, you will find different cuts of meat, for example, this one here, that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Sometimes as well you see snails, you see different types of crustaceans that you've never seen before, sea cucumbers, jellyfish, stuff like that. So you sometimes see like parts of animals or even animals that you might not ever seen before in your entire life. So that will be your first time that you see that one. And Luke is still looking at the yum-yums.
There's so many different types of selections. They've got donuts as well, which look crazy if you look here.
Oh, they look nice though. Why don't we take one?
Look at that.
That looks good.
They look like tasty donuts. It's only 12.80 as well. Should we cheat on our so-called seafood diet and go for some donuts?
Yeah, seafood diet.
I'm on the seafood diet. I see it, I eat it.
Mm-hmm. Ha 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 ha. A lot of times as well, you might see something like this and you think maybe, oh, that's like a sweet tart, but sometimes it's then like pork floss or chicken floss or... I feel like this lady is accompanying us on our shopping trip. She's very present the entire time. And this supermarket is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It said online superstore. I didn't believe it was going to be a superstore.
It's massive. Sometimes in Asia, when you're traveling around Asia, it will say like superstore or mega store or hyper store. But usually you'll go there and there's nothing hyper about it. There's nothing super about it. It's usually actually a little bit on the smaller side of life. But that's not the case at all in here. I think we've made it to the deli meat section and also the dairy section as well. So if that's something you're interested in, we'll have a look here just briefly. So you've got like deli cuts of different sausage meats, which China has some incredible sausage, by the way. We've been loving the sausage meats that we've been having so far here in China. And a lot of this seems to be just exactly that, what we've been sampling. So you've got different things like this here is a baked ham roll. And it just looks absolutely incredible. could slice this up, put it in a sandwich, for example, or just eat it the way it is. This here looks like some type of just a chunk of bacon or something like this. I thought it was pate.
I thought also it was pate, but maybe it's like bologna or something, just like different meats pressed together, basically.
And then
Yeah, China is really good, by the way, with all things smoked, sausages, smoked meats, barbecue meat, stuff like that. It's really, really good here, like genuinely good, coming from a German perspective, if that means anything to you.
You've got stuff like this here. You have some really nice, good quality looking bacon, if that's something that you're into. For me, the absolute ideal breakfast for me, if I have a kitchen, is just bacon and eggs. So waking up in the morning, having a cup of black coffee and then some bacon and eggs, that's like the perfect way to set up your day for me. So yeah, bacon is a go-to, but we don't have a kitchen at the moment in China.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish we could cook properly, but again, to make you aware of prices, giant bag of genuinely fresh pasta, so in the fridge type of a pasta, it's 800 grams, it's just €1.
There you go.
For completely fresh made pasta.
Fresh made pasta. And the bacon, by the way, is only 25 yuan, 26 yuan, which is like €3, roughly, like something along those lines.
24 is €3.
Yeah, so just a little bit over €3. If you want a pack of bacon, decent pack of bacon, anywhere in Europe, substantially more. Anywhere in a lot of the other sort of South and East Asian countries, it will be roughly around the same, or maybe slightly more as well. Here you have some like sort of fruit juice drinks and stuff like that. These typically are always going to be like a little bit on the expensive side, just because it's a load of fruit crammed, fresh pressed fruit, crammed into these bottles, obviously. And you have some stuff as well, again, that we just genuinely have never seen before. Like this here is literally liquid with a load of rice and what looks to be like goji berries inside.
Maybe it's like a rice pudding of sorts?
Yeah, I've never seen that before in my life.
Glutinous rice. Glutinous rice.
Glutinous rice, yeah, okay.
Maybe one of the differences as well, now that we're sort of standing in the dairy aisle nearly, I haven't seen any cheese in China yet. So like dairy products in general might be a little bit different. So whatever yogurts, for example, that I tasted so far, even though they say that it's like a natural yogurt, they might be a little bit on the sweet side. A lot of soy products, obviously soy milk, soy yogurts, and again, no cheese. But we have seen a lot of like these sort of fermented milk type of drinks, like what you would know in the West is Yakult. Is also Yakult, you can buy Yakult here as well, but they have sort of different variations of it that might be a little bit bigger and not the tiny bottle basically. And also different variations of fermented milk. Sometimes there might be like a peach taste or an orange taste, which I'm not very fond of. I like the normal fermented milk like this one basically. But yeah, here for example, this looks like maybe a passion fruit taste that was added to the milk. And I don't know, do you try it out yourself? I'm not very fond of it, but it's nice. It's just very sweet, I feel like.
True.
And, just generally the yogurts in general seem to run a little bit more on the sweet side than they would maybe in Europe. But just interesting because it's like the baked goods are not so sweet, and then the yogurts are a lot sweeter. So
that's true.
Kind of the different world.
We've noticed that as well. Just touching on the topic of coffee, because I'm sure that's something that we're going to have a look for. Coffee is something that both of us obviously drink on a daily basis. Every morning we always start our day off with a nice cup of coffee if we can, and luckily we have a kettle at the moment, but we ran out of coffee just the other day. We literally just ran out of it, and something we're having a lot of trouble with here so far is finding instant coffee. Now you can find instant coffee, no problem, but it is this 2-in-1 Nescafe thing, which is basically just sugary, milky water. And what we like to drink for instant coffee is usually just black coffee. So just a black, whatever, it doesn't matter what the brand is, just black coffee. So we're gonna have to look for that and see if we can find some of that as well.
But you cannot necessarily find coffee so well. Also, the coffee beans and ground coffee. So we travel with the French press, and we haven't actually seen any proper coffee yet. This is the reason for it. Everywhere you go, you will be able to find tea, which is obvious because we're in China, where tea kind of comes from originally, I believe. And but they don't really seem to be so like crazy fond of coffee. Now you can go out and drink coffee, obviously, in a cafe. You can ask for no sugar, that's fine. But it just doesn't seem to be like in the culture that they maybe don't prepare it at home in the morning time, or maybe they just drink a tea like a lot of people in Ireland or England, or generally also the UK would do. So I think that's kind of that's one difference. Oh, wait a second. The other day I actually asked the lady if they would have coffee without sugar, and she pointed at something like this, which is like the ready to drink sort of iced coffee with caramel and cheese latte. Cheese in this case, by the way, if you ever cheese in Asia, it usually means fresh cheese. It doesn't mean cheddar. So if you see a cheese latte, it's not cheddar. It's not a Gouda or something like that. So don't get the wrong impression there. But yeah, it doesn't really seem to be in the culture that coffee is a thing that they drink in the morning. And we're currently also looking for coffee.
True. We're on the hunt for some coffee right now at the moment. But to give you guys an idea as well of different things that you can buy, like energy drinks. So unfortunately, I'm someone as well that likes to drink energy drinks because I really enjoy going to the gym and being very physically active a lot of the time. And I oftentimes will use energy drinks to give myself a little bit of a boost. So you can get one for just over 8 yuan, which is literally around roughly €1 for a can of Monster. A can of Monster Energy in Ireland is going to run you between €3 and €5. So that's substantially better price here than it is back home again. And now make our way into a gigantic Willy Wonka Candyland section, basically.
Yeah. That's something that we saw also in the other Chinese supermarkets. It seems like you can it sort of works like a pick and mix, I want to say, just like a mixed bag of candy, basically. So you can just sort of come in here and pick a lot of different items. Maybe I think you have to keep them in separate bags because they have different prices per 500 gram or per kilogram. And you just sort of pick and mix whatever you need for your pantry or whatever candy that you would like to have. And you get somebody to weigh it, and then you just pay basically in bulk, which is not something that we do. I think we saw it in Georgia before, maybe Albania or something like that. But like in Germany, that's not really the case, and neither in Ireland.
And in terms of brands, by the way, so a lot of you will probably be wondering, am I able to get specific brands of different food? So for example, they have Oreos. They have Oreos in China. They have also Chips Ahoy, the brand Chips Ahoy it's called. If you are into these types of food, me and Naomi are not so much into this stuff, but if just in case you are and you're watching, they have Skittles, and they also have basically every other type of snack brand that you can think of in the Western world anyways. They have Lay's and things like this. It's all available here, readily available here for you as a Westerner. If you're coming here and you're craving something like that, you can get it. Absolutely no problem at all with getting it. Something to touch upon as well is the tap water here is definitely, I would say, not drinkable for us and for people in general. So what I would want to show you is just exactly how much water is. Let's see. I'll see if I can show you guys. It's just down this aisle here. The general cost of water is incredibly low in terms of like drinking water. So what me and Naomi tend to do is we'll try and get one of these. This is a 5 liters of water, and this is 9 yuan, which is just over €1 for 5 liters of water. And what we've been doing recently as well is we found a different brand that sells 6-liter water bottles, and that's, I think, actually roughly the same price, so just over €1 for 6 liters. It's incredible value.
If you're buying these types of waters, though, please make sure that you buy mineral water and not purified drinking water, because what does happen a lot of times, at least that's what happened to us in the beginning of our Asia series, is that you get really dehydrated over a while if you're drinking the purified waters, because there's obviously no minerals in there, nothing to rehydrate your body. So yeah, just make sure that it says mineral water and not purified water, distilled water, drinking water, something like that, because obviously you sweat during the day, you walk around, you dehydrate, and then that water doesn't really help you rehydrate to the same extent as a mineral water would. So yes, where are we right now? We are in the snacking aisle now. Maybe some interesting snacks, like this looks like a nori wheat, a nori sort of sheet maybe, but there's also a grape on it. So maybe it's a nori with grape flavor, I don't know. And a lot of Asian people as well seem to be into their dried fruits. A lot of dried fruits everywhere. Also a lot of jerkies. So a lot of like beef jerky, duck jerky, pork jerky, anything that you can jerky, they will jerky it, including fruit. And but sometimes they have like interesting flavors to them as well. So like if you get like a dried plum or something, sometimes they might have a salty, thank you, sometimes they might have a salty flavor or a barbecue flavor to a plum, for example, which isn't necessarily something that we would do, but it's surprisingly tasty. And just looking at it, they actually have ruffles. They have a sour cream ruffles for €1. So yeah, should we buy one?
Yeah, why not?
It's a smaller bag though. It's a relatively small bag for €9.60. They also have a cheese one. I'm just seeing that now. Maybe that's a better option. Luke is currently flirting with the lady that is trying to sell him some meat. And all of the different lace flavors. Now, this is what a lot of the internet is about these days. A lot of the TikToks and the shorts and so on, they talk about the different lace flavors in different countries. And here it's no exception. You have a lot of really cool flavors. Now this one is only written in Chinese, so I don't actually know what it is. But this one here, for example, is a cucumber flavor that I'm seeing right now. There's a lime flavor, classic flavor, Mexican chicken tomato flavor, Texas grilled barbecue. I saw the other day we saw spicy hot pot flavor as well in lace. So yeah, there's like really interesting one. This one here, for example, is hot and sour lemon braised chicken feet flavor, specifically the feet. I don't necessarily, does the chicken of the feet of the chicken taste any different to the rest of the chicken? They have lace with a chicken feet flavor. Braised chicken feet.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know. We might maybe not indulge in the chicken feet lace, but in some of the other ones maybe. And they have ni hao, hello. They have a lot of different flavors here as well. If you look at these like wafer rolls with a durian flavor, again something that we might not necessarily want to buy, but I'm sure a lot of Asian people would love to buy that. Because people here are crazy about their durians, but it's a very like taste that you need to learn to like, right? It's not necessarily something that you just like from the second you were born, basically. And now we made it to cooking oils and spices. We still haven't found the coffee aisle.
I can't believe how large this is. From the outside, it just looked like a regular, like little sort of a supermarket, and we are going deeper and deeper. We're literally around 34 minutes into this video, just rolling, and we're still wandering around here.
Yeah, this video has no cuts, by the way. It's one shot in one go. And yeah, all of the different, look, some satay flavors. This here is a spicy crustacean flavor maybe, or marinade that you can do. This is something maybe that I can touch on as well, is all of the hot pot seasonings, hot pot flavor. That's sort of what this area is very, very well known for. So you can buy different sort of these little cubes that you can throw into your hot pot, and it's going to give it basically all of the taste, including the spice and the herbs and everything that you might need for your hot pot needs. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? What is it? I don't know. It looks like a flower, maybe.
Some type of a flower, some type of a sponge.
Sorry, I'm trying to translate.
Very interesting. I don't know what that
It
is.
runs quite expensive though.
It is quite expensive.
But again, you wouldn't be able to buy so much. Yellow fungus. It's a
fungus.
It's a fungus.
Smell that fungus.
It smells like a fungus.
Wow.
I don't know what it is.
There you go. Tons and tons of different sorts of snacks and peanuts and dried fruits and dried everything basically here. We've got sunflower seeds, which is very popular, just to have like at a tea house or something like that as well. We've got walnuts.
Are so affordable here. I'm genuinely so jealous. Literally for 500 grams you pay under €1. Now 500 grams of walnuts in Germany are like, I don't know, maybe €8, €9, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but walnuts or nuts in general are very, very expensive in
Europe, yeah,
all
for
of
sure.
Europe.
It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I've spent way more money than I would like to admit on nuts. As a straight man, that sounds very weird.
I think this is tea.
Tea, yeah.
I think tea. No, black fungus.
Black fungus. Okay, it's not tea.
Why does it look like tea? It looks like black tea, no?
Black fungus.
I'm gonna make a black fungus tea. Oh, this is tea.
There's the tea. There you go.
Here.
There's your tea. Oh, we found the tea section.
This is my favorite one.
Oh, hibiscus tea, yeah.
This is my favorite, yeah.
And it's all literally just loose and fresh. You do not see this again anywhere in Europe. Anywhere. You don't see this.
11.90 for 500 gram. I think that's a good price.
Yeah, it's good. And you can basically take your tea and then you pop it into something like this. And you're sorted with your loose tea.
I'm always very interested to see how much loose goods they have in the supermarkets, because where we are from, everything, literally everything will be packaged. Nothing will be like you wouldn't find just like tea flowers or tea leaves or rice or anything like that, just like in bulk.
Yeah.
Flying around. Oh, they also have a live fish.
There you go. Got some fish over here as well.
Still on the hunt for
This is obviously not a live fish here, but we've got squid, all different cuts of
oysters.
seafood and fish. You've got oysters as well,
Clams.
which is actually around €1 for 500 grams of oysters. Oh my god, a fish just jumped. A fish just leaped.
I got wet.
You have literal frogs that are currently chilling. Some of them, I think most of them actually, these ones are actually alive.
They're all alive, yeah. I think you can only
Wow.
eat them alive, similar to crustaceans, where you
There you
have
go.
to basically kill them shortly before you eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then over here, obviously, you have tons and tons of different types of fish. A lot of them are very, very active and just literally like backflipping and jumping around. But yeah, I'm not going to go too close over there because the smell is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And also YouTube as well sometimes is a little bit iffy with that type of stuff.
you also don't want to stress the fish out more than necessary, I think.
Yep.
And we're still looking for coffee.
Oh yeah, true. We still haven't found our coffee. Here's a whole different type of different eggs that you can find here too. Ranging from, duck eggs. I think these are duck eggs. To they have things like quail eggs. These are duck, yeah, the blue ones. And then you have just regular chicken eggs, free range, everything like that. And again, eggs, very, very affordable. Only 20 yuan for 1 kilo of eggs. That's good.
How many eggs is 1 kilo?
1 kilo of eggs.
Oh, I just see there. It's like 20 eggs here. 20 eggs to 2
20
euro.
eggs for €2. Yeah. Again, substantially more affordable than
Those are mountain eggs.
their mountain eggs. Wow, probably
It's not
even
the
better.
same.
Anyway, guys, the tour of this supermarket could probably go on for the next 2 or 3 days because there's so many different things to look at and to explore. But I hope that we've given you somewhat of an understanding into what a supermarket in China is like. And yeah, it's very, very affordable, and it's actually a very pleasurable experience shopping in China. You can get every brand that you can quite literally think of, and we just stumbled in here and thought we would give you a look inside of getting a little bit of shopping. Now we're going to cut to the end when we actually pay for our groceries, and we'll show you guys the final amount that we paid for all of our stuff. So stay tuned for that, coming up now in a sec.
So we have just arrived at our beautiful accommodation here in Chongqing, and I want to show you guys what we actually got. So we have gotten the well-known watermelon. We have gotten some donuts, some sour cream ruffles. Luke has gotten, I believe this is caffeine-free Coca-Cola Zero, by the way. It has the golden top, so I think it's caffeine-free. Usually golden tap in Coca-Cola means no caffeine. We have gotten 3 of the tiny mangoes. We have gotten, we found the coffee, by the way. It took us a while, but we have gotten there in the end. We took a giant one, so this is gonna hopefully keep us going for until the end of our China trip, because we don't want to drink that milky, sugary instant stuff anymore. Luke has gotten a Monster. He really is into his energy Monster drinks, where I'm like very against energy drinks. But yeah, everybody has their own philosophy, I want to say. We have gotten duck tortillas, including, I believe there's something in here as well. Maybe there's like some vegetables or salsa or something in there. And we have also a giant tray of duck. It's 380 grams of duck that we have gotten here. And all of this was 149 yuan. I believe it was just under 20 euro. Yep. 19 euro or something.
Came to 149 yuan, 0.5, which works out to be 19, just over 19 euro, which is roughly $20 US if you're looking for those types of calculations. I think it's really good value, in all fairness.
It's really good value, and as well we have to say it with it. We have gotten products that are maybe not the norm to buy. For example, this coffee alone was 5 euro, I believe. I think energy drink is a little bit more expensive. Maybe the donuts are also 12.80 and so on. And this here is also 21 yuan. So yeah, we have gotten overall sort of, I feel like we've gotten comfort type of things that you would buy if you don't have a kitchen. I think if you do have a kitchen, you can probably buy products that are a lot less expensive and make your money go a lot further, because obviously we don't have a kitchen, so we need to eat ready-made food, more or less.
We hope you guys have enjoyed a little bit of a look inside of a supermarket in China. We just thought it would be something a little bit interesting. It's something that we've never done before, where we just wander around a supermarket and show you guys what's in there. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed that video. There's plenty more videos coming your way, of course. But for now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
And we'll see you guys in the next China adventure.
谢谢 for watching.
谢谢. Bye bye.